you are about, hey, let's get rich together. This isn't this fine amount of success that people can have. We can all do this together. Now, my background's more in, I kind of stumbled upon how to buy companies and just made a bunch of mistakes in that process. Now, you come from a private equity background, and so you kind of have this professional training on how to do this. Can you walk us through one or two of your early acquisitions, or any one that you either did something perfectly right or did something perfectly wrong? Can you walk us through one or two of those?
Yeah, sure. Well, the first business that I started a business because I had a need. So I did the startup thing first. It was called Threads Refined. It was like a marketplace of financial style, it's fashion stylists, because I really hate buying clothes. I hate getting dressed. I hate the whole thing. I would wear like Lululemon if I could all day. But I started that business, and then I acquired a business to optimize our growth. So I basically acquired sort of a digital marketing agency to put behind Threads Refined, the actual business. So that was my first acquisition. The acquisition was actually fine. The problem was I hated running that business. I hated it. I didn't like fashion stylists. I didn't like influencers. Like they say, make a business out of your pain. Like I don't really agree with that typically. And so I think you can buy a business you're not that excited about and have cash flowing revenues and an operator in it, but you shouldn't start one and then have to be the operator in it. So I think the biggest mistake with that deal was I did it in a space that I required a ton of my attention. I didn't even know at the time to think about an operator. And when I bought my first business, I wasn't thinking like a private equity or venture capital person does. I was thinking like an entrepreneur does, right? I was like in there trying to fix all of it. So I think the biggest mistake I did in that business, and we sold it, but not for a huge multiple, was trying to do it all myself. And instead, and being a little greedy, instead of how can I get an operator in here that would love this business and would love running it? And how can I have it make enough cash flow to where we can pay off them and I can just take a dividend on it? And instead of doing that, I sold it for not a very good multiple, and it was a profitable business. So I should have just held the business and put an operator in there. And that was probably my biggest first mistake in a business.